Hello everybody, and welcome once again to Inside the Headset with Coach Philip Shadowens. Here we are at week 3, game 4. We were just talking. This is show number 29 we've done here at Blackman High School, so let's take it away with Coach Philip Shadowens. Last week we played district rival Siegel and came away with a loss and got you the video, so I just want you to kind of pick it up from there. And I understand it's not a pleasant thing to sit around and watch a video with you after that type of a performance.
No, we didn't play well. Give them credit. They played well enough to win. We didn't play well enough to win. So we've corrected mistakes. We've worked hard this week. It's been a brutal week of practice. Our kids have been extremely physical, and we're ready to move on to the next one, which is tomorrow night against Signal Mountain.
Looking as far as back at that game before, what were some of the things that you just kind of noticed that you just wasn't pleased with, that you felt like you could improve on and correct real quickly?
We didn't tackle well, we didn't block well, we didn't play well. So pretty much everything that has to do with football, we didn't do very well. So we've worked on all those things.
Well, that's pretty blunt, pretty straight. Let's talk about Bill Price then and move into that. Signal Mountain, the Eagles. What can we expect to see out of the Eagles?
They run a 3-3 on defense, do a lot of stunning, a lot of attacking. On offense, they're a wing T team, but then they're also spread and go 4 and 5 wides at times. So multiple in what they do. They've won 19 games in a row. They're number 1 ranked in 4A football. They're as talented as anybody we're going to play all year long, and so it's going to be a real challenge.
Will they bring in a crowd? I mean, will they bring their fans travel, and will they come? Don't know anything about them?
I have no idea about Signal Mountain. Looks like they have big crowds in their video I've seen, but I have no idea about that stuff. But I'm sure they're bringing a pretty good crowd. They've won 19 in a row, and everybody likes to follow a winner. So I'm sure they'll have a good crowd. It's homecoming for us tomorrow night, so we'll have a huge crowd here. And but none of that stuff's important. I don't care if 2 people show up or if 10,000 show up tomorrow night, to be honest with you. Tomorrow night's about us being physical, about us accepting a challenge, about us coming back from failure and handling that adversity that goes with that. It's not about anything else besides how we handle it and how we adjust and how we adapt and how we fight back and how we unite as brothers. It's all those things that's important. None of that other crap is important. It doesn't make any difference if you have 2 people here or in 10,000. I've already said that. It's about how we're going to perform tomorrow night, and if we're willing to be physical tomorrow night, because we certainly wasn't willing to do that last week, and so we're going to find out exactly what kind of men we are.
So what you're telling me is they have fully responded to the team, and they have given you what you wanted the last 3 days.
No, I didn't say that. What I said was we'll find out tomorrow night at 7:30. We've practiced hard,
okay,
but that don't count. I mean, we'll find out when the lights come on at 7:30 tomorrow night. I expect them to accept the challenge, but we'll find out when the lights come on, because you can't predict. I'm not a fortune teller. All I know is at 7:30 tomorrow night, we'll find out if we're going to be men or if we're going to lay down.
And with that, I mean, Coach, you've been doing this a long time, and I mean, you see it and whatnot, and it just comes down to just that right there, and it is what it is. But as we go through it, do they understand that, you know, as we go through it, every game counts from here on out? I mean, they all count, but I mean, have they gotten that message as far as? They've
known that all along. That had nothing to do with why we lost last week. I mean, our kids know the importance of all that stuff. We have a bunch of kids that have 4.0s and 3.9s, so that has nothing to do with
brains.
It has nothing to do with any of that stuff. They know all that. It's just, are you willing to do what it takes to win football games? And are you willing to lay it on the line? Are you willing to unite with the guy beside you and go shoulder to shoulder into battle? And if you are, you win. And if you're not, you don't. So football is not very complicated. We want to make it sound like it's really complicated. It comes down to if you're willing to do what it takes to win football games. And the start of that has to be, am I willing to be physical enough to go man against man and whip the guy in front of me? And if I'm willing to do that, we're going to win. And I expect our kids to do that tomorrow night. But we won't find out until 7:30 rolls around.
Injury front, are we okay there?
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. We got some bruises. It's been a brutal week of practice, but we'll be okay. We'll be everybody will be dressed out, ready to play.
Homecoming activities, anything as far as that? Normally, I know kids are kind of running around, but I guess you've kept a hammer on that. And
we hadn't done a whole lot as a school for homecoming. I don't know if we hadn't really done much of anything. I think tomorrow there's a parade and a powder puff football game and some of those things that go on. That's all fine. Kids have a good time doing that. But after the pep rally at 3:30, we'll have team meal. From that point on, we'll be focused on nothing but what's happening at 7:30. So none of that other stuff. There's no distractions. There's no excuses. There's no reasons. There's no anything. to blame what happened last week, and there's no excuses for tomorrow night. The bottom line is we got to man up and unite and be tough enough to win a football game, and I expect that to happen. I won't accept anything less besides that kind of great effort, and if those things happen, we'll win. If they don't, we won't.
Defensively, what can we expect out of these guys?
Hopefully a whole lot better defense than we saw last Friday night.
That's about it. Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Not a word.
I think this will be a short show. Why don't y'all come out tomorrow night at about 7:30 and we'll gather around and be right here at the Inferno. 7:30, Eagles, Blaze. Y'all be here.